This is 5 on your side at 10.
Tonight, police need your help finding a missing Afton woman who has dementia. Armenia Valman was last seen on Colony Acres Drive around 4:30 this afternoon. If you've seen her or know where she is, call 911. New at 10, passionate pleas from the loved ones of a Eureka High School student shot and killed in St. Louis. Good evening, I'm Brent Solomon. Those who knew 16-year-old Kiera Jeffries gathered for a balloon release in her honor today. 5 on your side's Robert Townsend takes us to that emotional tribute.
She was my baby. She was part of my kids.
It's Memorial Day weekend, and 16-year-old Kiera Jeffries should be enjoying the holiday with her proud mom and her family, but she's not.
It still hurts, but I'm trying.
Instead, her loved ones are mourning and missing the Eureka High School sophomore shot and killed in South St. Louis 2 weeks ago. Kiera was one of Cheryl Ford's 6 kids.
She was outgoing. She was the light of the party. She was just well loved.
According to a probable cause statement, Graylin Lindsay admitted to detectives that on May 5th, he first shot 25-year-old Ariel Dixon on the city's north side. Dixon recently died. Court documents further reveal Lindsay also confessed to fatally shooting Kiera Jeffries 9 days later in the 5900 block of Minnesota. The 10th grader died at a hospital. The motives for both shootings still aren't known. 5 on your side continues to track this disturbing trend. Listen to this. So far this year, nearly 60 children have been shot in the city of St. Louis. 6 of those young victims died.
And we just ask that we are able to find your peace.
Saturday, Kiera's family, friends, and a local pastor held a prayer vigil and balloon release at the site where the teenager was shot. They also pleaded for peace in St. Louis.
That's what we believe, that the violence has to stop.
Just stop, because y'all taking people's families out and it's no coming back.
Robert Townsend.
Say her name!
5 on your side.
And investigators are still asking anyone with info about that deadly shooting to call the St. Louis Police Department. And that's not the only strong message communities are spreading about crime. This was a scene just a few hours ago in East St. Louis. The community coming together on State Street in the very first Stop the Violence youth parade and rally. Those on the route agree there's much work to be done. Sakina Gunner lost her teenage son when he was killed at an after-prom party 3 years ago. He was a star athlete with a bright future.
Just really want the violence just to stop. You know, we just need other avenues to channel our anger as opposed to picking up a gun and killing someone's loved one.
Now, earlier this week, East St. Louis Mayor Robert Eastern highlighted the city's progress during his State of the City address. The homicide rate was cut by 50% in the first 5 months of 2022 compared to last year. Non-deadly shootings have dropped another 20%. Well, tonight there is a mix of grief and solidarity in Uvalde, Texas, as the community remembers 19 students and 2 teachers gunned down in an elementary school earlier this week. People lined up to visit a memorial at the town square. They laid flowers and left messages on the wooden crosses that bear the victims' names. In front of a daycare center in the city, 21 wooden chairs sit empty. Tomorrow, the President and First Lady will travel to Uvalde. And just hours from now, members of the Boy Scouts will honor veterans buried at Jefferson Barracks National Cemetery. They will place flags on more than 150,000 graves tomorrow. This is video of the effort last year. The Memorial Day weekend tradition dates back 77 years. Over in Illinois, volunteers spent the day remembering and honoring our heroes at Lakeview Memorial Gardens. That's in Fairview Heights. Dozens of Boy Scouts, Patriot Guard riders, the VFW, and others from across the Metro East placed thousands of flags on the graves of veterans.
I've been here since 2019. This is the best year so far. I mean, all the restrictions are lifted on us, and now we get a chance to give back and honor the true heroes of our country.
Now, this tradition started almost 30 years ago at Lakeview Memorial Gardens. 6,700 flags were placed today. And you can help a veteran this Memorial Day weekend by rounding up at the register. The annual Folds of Honor campaign, sponsored by Schnucks, is now underway until July 4th. All of the money raised provide scholarships for spouses and children of fallen and wounded service members. 5 on Your Side is a proud partner of the Folds of Honor campaign.
Okay, so our weather for the day today actually hit on average, which is really rare for us. Typically, we're well above it or well below it, but we almost had a normal day here in St. Louis. 81 degrees for our high temperature, average is 81. We were a little low for our low temperature. That was 52 overnight last night. Our typical low is 62, and we're going to be close to that tonight. Overnight tonight, about 65 degrees with a bit of a breeze that will pick up. That breeze will eliminate the fog that we had this morning along our waterways. Gusts up to 20 miles per hour overnight. And a pool day is definitely in order for tomorrow, as many of our local pools open up for the first time of the season. Temperatures tomorrow will make it into the mid-80s. It'll be a little humid as well, so a dip in the pool will feel pretty good. Brent.
All right, how about that, Tracy? Thank you for that. Tonight, let's go ahead and take a live look down Market Street, where it was a pretty busy day in downtown St. Louis. Plenty of drivers parking their cars. And of course, concerns have been growing over car break-ins downtown. Tonight, the I-Team's Christine Byers explores safe options for drivers.
There's plenty of places to park downtown, but Danielle Harper says drivers need to beware.
It's a frustrating feeling. It's an uneasy feeling, not being able to keep my car in a place where it's supposed to be safe.
Harper pays $110 a month to park at the 9th Street garage. Her car's been broken into twice this year.
First, it was $300 for one window. Now it's $600 for these 2 windows.
The lot is one of 18 places Explore St. Louis calls its preferred downtown parking facilities. With tens of thousands of Blues and Cardinals fans expected at games this week, the I-Team wanted to know how safe those parking spots are. We sorted through 1,374 calls to police from those garages over the past 3 years. We looked at things like break-ins, assaults, and robberies. We found the lots at 10th and Pine, City Park, and Laclede's Landing had the fewest calls to police from those categories. And the lots at St. Louis Center East, Mansion House, and 9th Street, where Harper parks, had the highest number of calls to police. During our interview, gates at that garage's entrance were wide open.
There's supposed to be a parking pass that you have that you scan. It says your name, and then the door's supposed to open. Well, in this case, you can just walk in without even using a card.
Explore St. Louis put together its preferred parking list back in 2016. Garages on the list had to be inspected, sign an agreement to maintain safety, security, structural, and payment standards, as well as ADA regulations. This week, the city's public safety division is stepping up its efforts. Bike officers will patrol in and around parking lots.
Some of the officers who are working secondary, part of their job duties are to check parking lots, to walk through the parking lots, to do things like that.
Major Renee Kriesman oversees the downtown area.
We will have those secondary officers both in and outside of the Enterprise Center, and then we will have overtime officers that'll work and really remain focused on those parking lots. The couple garages that are around the Enterprise Center.
Harper parks a little less than a mile away.
And I feel like that's most of the crime that's happening, because they know it's a lot of people coming to see the game. So it's like, oh, more cars, more chance for me to go in and see what I can grab out of their cars, their valuables.
For the I-Team, Christine Byers, 5 on Your Side.
And just days after Harper's interview, thieves smashed her windows for a 3rd time. We reached out to owners of those parking lots. We haven't heard back. The I-Team crunched the numbers on all 18 of those preferred parking lots. You can find that report at KSCK.com. Some relief for weekend drivers along I-44. Tomorrow morning, 2 right lanes along eastbound I-44 past Williams Road will reopen. MoDOT will then close the left lane until repairs for emergency bridge work are complete on Wednesday. So plan for a messy Monday commute as people head back home from the holiday.
Travel troubles. Why thousands of flights are canceled this busy Memorial Day weekend, and how you can get your money back if your flight is grounded. Rolling into the record book. how these athletes shattered a world record just moments ago, and why it's all for a good cause.
Dry and sunny today, but will we have rain in our forecast? I'll tell you what days.
Tonight, thousands of flyers are pretty frustrated over flight cancellations. More than 1,200 flights were canceled today, 2,300 on Friday. Bad weather is to blame for some, but others are due to what's being called air traffic control troubles. Delta Airlines had the most, with 240 flights eliminated today. Lambert Airport only reported a handful of flights canceled, but the airport saw big crowds. This is a photo from today showing the backup at bag check. Remember, give yourself plenty of time before you head to the airport. And if you were impacted or know someone who's gotten their flight canceled, you might be wondering, what are my options? Some online claim you get to call the shots on whether you want to reschedule or get a refund. But is that actually true? Ariane Daytel verifies.
Ever had travel plans derailed by a canceled flight? Well, a viral TikTok has some advice for you.
Actually, I've read the terms. If a flight is canceled and I choose not to travel, I'm entitled to a full refund.
But is that true? Let's verify. Can you get a full refund if your flight is canceled and you choose not to travel? Our sources are the U.S. Department of Transportation and Alaska, United, Delta, American, and Southwest Airlines. If an airline cancels a flight and the customer chooses not to travel, the U.S. Department of Transportation says customers are entitled to a refund regardless of the reason. These rules also apply to non-refundable tickets, though airlines can issue a credit or a travel voucher for those tickets as compensation instead of a refund. Verify looked at refund policies of major airlines in the U.S., and they offer either a full refund, travel credit, or a voucher for future travel if an airline cancels a flight and the customer chooses not to travel. DOT says if an airline or ticket agent refuses to give you a required refund, you can file a complaint with the DOT online. So we can verify, yes, you can get a full refund if your flight is canceled and you choose not to travel, including non-refundable tickets. With your Verify, I'm Ariane Daytel.
All right, is there something that you want verified? Email us at verify@ksdk.com. Time now to get a check on the weather.
And we are going to see yet another sunny day out there. I'll have your 5 on your side weather report coming up.
Well, I'll tell you what, if you're firing up the grill, maybe you've got a cookout planned. We've got some pretty good weather to do it.
We really do. We are looking at a very nice holiday weekend for us out there. Temperatures are quite warm, and they're going to get warmer for tomorrow and the next day, so that'll be nice. Yeah,
Very
it'll
good.
be really good out there. Kind of the unofficial start of summer for many things. The pool season has just started for many areas. As you can see, this is the view over Arnold, and it is a quiet view overnight. It is still 72 degrees. We like to see those warmer temperatures this time of the night. It makes things feel really nice when you're outside. 64 degrees in Farmington, 68 for Rolla. It is 70 in Warrenton and 70 for my friends in Chesterfield. Okay, tonight, a crisp night for us. Open up those windows because by the early morning, we have some really nice fresh air. 65 degrees then, gusts up to 20. So with those wind gusts up to 20, we will not see that fog formation that we saw overnight last night. As I mentioned, a lot of pools open up on this weekend, 80 degrees by 4 o'clock, and then we're down into the 70s as we hit 6, 8, and 10 p.m. tonight. Now, if you do have a remembrance ceremony to attend on Sunday and Monday, I definitely bring an umbrella, not for rain, but to provide you shade. Sometimes the more you stand in the direct sunlight, the more it can impact you. So just keep that in mind for Sunday and Monday. Breezy conditions both days with gusts up to around 20 miles per hour. Let's go over that 10-day forecast. It is not a bad one. We have a little variety in it, but we're still keeping on the warm side. We will be at 90 and 92 for Monday and Tuesday. Then we're going to have a few storms on Wednesday at 83 degrees, 78 with a slight chance for a few showers on Thursday. We're at 80 degrees on Friday and Saturday, 82 for Sunday, race day. Actually, I think race day is Saturday, but still 84 degrees on Monday with a few storm chances that'll roll in on Tuesday. Average for this time of year, we're pretty close to it. Average is around 80 to 62, depending overnight. Next couple of nights will be a little bit warmer into the 70s. Then we get back into that fresh night air, kind of that cooler night air when we hit into the 60s. Then we're keeping it in those very comfortable 80s, and overall a really dry couple days for us compared to that trend that we were in for the spring. So it's nice to see just some limited chances for showers and storms.
Keyword comfortable, 80s. Thank you. Well, tonight, 32 men and women are writing their names in the Guinness Book of World Records. Just minutes ago, the record for the longest game of roller hockey was broken in Queenie Park. And right now, the game is still happening, and it's all for a good cause. This is a fundraising event for Make-A-Wish, Missouri and Kansas. The players are excited to be a part of history.
It's not every day that you get an opportunity to put your name in the Guinness Book of World Records, and so this is a really cool opportunity. And I mean, you can tell we got 32 guys that are dedicated. They're here, guys and girls that are here, and they're staying strong. We want to do it. We're going to do it.
The game will continue overnight. It will stop around 10 in the morning. At that point, the game would have lasted 48 hours. There's a goal for this, folks. They want to raise $100,000. Which will cover the cost of 10 wishes for local kids. What a way to fundraise. What a creative way to do it.
That's so awesome. Imagine how exhausted you would be out there as well. I'd be so
48
tired,
hours
but it's worth
straight.
it.
Yeah, I heard you say earlier, I don't know if they get a break. Who knows?
I don't know if they get a break. If they did, they could get out there and enjoy that nice sunny weather over Queenie Park. But certainly look nice out there.
Congrats
Absolutely. The Cardinals also in action. Paul Goldschmidt continues his hot streak, and we will get to that coming up next in sports. With 6 seconds left, the St. Louis Blues dropped Game 6 to the Avs last night, and their season ended. Now Colorado advances to face Edmonton in the Western Conference Finals, and the Blues have more time to reflect on the season. A lot went wrong to put them in that situation in the first place. They simply couldn't find a way to win a game on home ice, and they didn't have the scoring depth they needed. Binnington's injury did change the momentum, but Husso gave them a chance to win last night, and the positive is that they found a way to push through their postseason injuries with help from some younger players who stepped up. But Blues head coach Craig Berube says it was a tough end for everyone.
I'm proud of the guys. They worked really hard. I thought we really, came together as a team and played as a team throughout the season and the playoffs. Battled hard in the playoffs, beat a real good team out in Minnesota. We're right there with Colorado. It's tough to lose. You can't say much. There's nothing. They don't want to hear anything.
Meanwhile, down the street, Paul Goldschmidt has been the answer for the St. Louis Cardinals with his 7 home runs and 25 RBIs through 15 games. Today, he got some help from a duo that's torn up the field together since they were 5 years old in Little League Baseball. Matthew Liberatore making his home debut today on the mound, and his childhood best friend, Nolan Gorman, rips one over the Cardinals bullpen and into the stands for his first Major League home run and the longest homer hit at Busch this season, 449 feet. Here comes Goldie. 3rd inning, he rips one himself to stay hot. It has gone as well for a 3-run shot and a 5-run lead for the Cards. Gorman goes 4 for 4 today as the Cards win this one 8-3. Liberatore picking up his first Major League win with 5 scoreless innings, and he credits some of his success to his best friend.
Spent a few weeks at the beginning of the season trying to dabble with the slider a little bit. Wasn't exactly how I wanted it. Spent about a week looking at it myself and didn't see what I wanted to see. And he came down, sat with me for 10 minutes and pointed something out, and all of a sudden it was back. So, even though he's not a hitter, he understands me and my language and how I think and how I work, and vice versa for him. So I think we've both been good sounding boards for each other.
What an awesome combo. Now the NBA. St. Louis native Jason Tatum led the Celtics with 30 points, 9 rebounds, and 4 assists on Friday night. But Jimmy Butler's 47 points forced a Game 7 in Miami on Sunday. When Tatum was asked about his confidence level ahead of the Eastern Conference Finals Game 7, he said that it's at a 10 because it shouldn't be anything less. Tip-off is tomorrow at 7:30. It is championship weekend for high school lacrosse. Eureka girls facing MICDS for the crown today. Eureka's Bailey Boulay goes on a lengthy run downfield and powers this one home for a Wildcat 1-goal lead. This place was loud, but Anna Lockwood had something to say about that. She fires this one in as the Rams defeat Eureka 7-2 for back-to-back championship wins, their 12th title since 2002. And over to the track for their championship meet. Westminster swept Class 3 with both the girls and boys programs placing first overall. The Parkway Central girls team won the crown in Class 4, and the Cardinal Ritters girls program not only took gold, but set a new Class 5 record in the girls 4x100 meter relay with a time of 46:14. Talk about fast. It's so impressive. Congratulations to all of those
Absolutely.
athletes.
You know you're doing well when you're making records.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Good for them.
Yes.
All right, my friend, how are we looking?
Okay, really good. Not a record-breaking weekend in the weather department, but really nice weather, so we like that. So for Memorial Day weekend, we're looking at 89 degrees on Sunday, 90 degrees on Monday. We're going to have breezy conditions both Sunday and Monday, and toasty conditions both days with a little bit of humidity out there. But a breeze will help us along with gusts up to 20 to 25 miles per hour. Can't complain about that forecast.
Yeah, you told us earlier, bring an umbrella, but not for the rain.
For the sun.
But for the sun. Shield yourself, my friend.
Yes, definitely.
All right, that's all of our time for 5 on Your Side at 10. Saturday Night Live is next. Join us for Today in St. Louis. That's tomorrow, starting at 6. Have a great one.